What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about Brian Daboll. As Brian Daboll is the man, he is the head coach for the New York Giants, the right coach, the perfect coach for this New York Football Giants team, and I couldn't be happier that he is the head coach of the Giants. And I'm just going to be giving him kind of an appreciation video and talking about him in this video and why I think he should be the coach of the year. And I don't even think it should be close. But before we get into the good stuff, please hit that thumbs up button, leaving a like on the video, and of course subscribing to the channel if you guys are new. I want to just take a second to thank everyone for their support. I really appreciate everyone, and it's going to be an exciting offseason, and we're going to have tons of content on it, not just for the New York Giants, but of course the Toronto Maple Leafs, Toronto Raptors, Toronto Blue Jays, and occasional soccer videos. So stay tuned for all sports content. But we're really getting to a busy time with the New York Giants. So of course stay tuned for that. But let's get into things. Brian Daboll, he is the perfect guy for the job. I mean, you want to talk about how good you could ask a rookie head coach to do. I think it's I don't even think it's close. I think he is the he is the kind of the definition of perfection in terms of what you could have asked for and expected. Coming into a season like this one where the Giants' expectations were super low, although I had slightly higher expectations than people did, just because I thought, last season, 2021 was, a season with a lot of optimism going in, and we just didn't live up to the hype. A lot of injuries, but we had the same roster going into 2022. So I at least thought that we could be somewhat competitive, but I didn't think we would be near 9 wins or and a playoff win. I thought more in that 7-win range. People had us winning 4 or 5 games. I kind of had 7-ish, maybe even 8 games. That was kind of where I had us, and the fact that we were able to go 9-7-1, and even the losses were just right in tight in there. I mean, right, we lost to a 13-win Vikings team on the road, by a 61-yarder at the end of the game. Those were the types of losses. We were in those types of games all season long. And that just shows you how good of a coach Brian Daboll is. So, we exceeded expectations by far. It wasn't even close. And week 1 going for 2, Brian Daboll set the tone for the season. Not just for the season, but for this franchise's culture for the long run. Now, Brian Daboll's got some competition for Coach of the Year. He is a nominee alongside Sean McDermott, Doug Peterson, and Nick Sirianni, but I don't even think it's close. I mean, I think Brian Daboll far and away deserves this award, and I don't think it should be even up for nomination, up for a conversation. I think he is, the guy to win this award. I think Brian Daboll has already probably cemented himself as a top 5 or 6 head coach in the NFL in his rookie season. So that, shows you how good of a job he has done. And there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be probably by next year, amongst the best coaches in the NFL. Probably top 3. In a couple of years, he'll probably be pushing number 1. He is that good of a guy. He elevates his players. You could tell and you could see that everyone wants to win for him. Everybody plays hard for him. He is that type of coach that you want to go run through a wall and fight your ass off for. Put your body on the line. He's that type of guy. He's got a fiery attitude. He doesn't take any shit. He just means business, and he's a player's guy. You could tell. He goes over to players, talks to them on the sideline. He gets their input according to the media. He listens to his players. He wants opinions. He is the ultimate coaching players coach. There's no doubt about it. There's no question about it. He's the man. He's gonna he sped up this Giants rebuild by probably 2 years, just off his rookie head coaching season. I mean, what he was able to get out of Daniel Jones, what he was able to get out of his players, everybody exceeding expectations, not just by a bit, but by a lot. I mean, the Giants were playing in the divisional round in a season where people thought we were going to have a top 5 pick. That shows you how good of a jump and how high and how far we over expectations we exceeded them. I think, Brian Daboll completely set the tone week 1 going for 2. That was a franchise turning moment and play call decision. And hats off, props to Brian Daboll. He is the man. And I'm happy he's the head coach of the New York Giants, and I'm happy he's going to be the head coach of the New York Giants for a long ass time, because he's a young guy, and he's not going anywhere. He's got this team playing really good football, and the future's so bright. It's only up from here for New York. It's only up from here. We're going to continue to get better every single game, every single season. Brian Daboll's going to have us ready, and you could bet your ass we'll be next year. We'll be hopefully at least to where we got to this year, and exceed that as well. You look at talent around the league and what other coaches get out of talent. Nothing compared to this. You put any other head coach in Brian Daboll's spot with what we had here, it's a massive failure. So he is the guy here in New York. So is Joe Shane. We have our head coach GM duo, and they've built together a coaching staff and a family and an organization that really loves each other, and they fight and support for each other, and that's the best thing you could ask for on a football team. Brian Daboll is the guy. I'm happy he's here in New York, and I'm happy he's going to be here for a very long time. But that's all I got in this video. I just wanted to talk about Brian Daboll and show appreciation for him, because he deserves the Coach of the Year. He should win it, and I think he will win it. He is, he got this Giants team to exceed expectations. And he's the guy, and I'm happy he's the head coach of the New York Giants. But guys, that's all I got in this video. You guys let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on Brian Daboll. I can't imagine anybody not liking the guy. There's nothing he did all year that makes you not like him. He's the guy. He's our head coach, and I couldn't be happier. But let me know all the good stuff down in the comment section. As always, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. See you guys on the next video. Stay tuned for the upcoming off-season content. There's going to be a lot of it. So hit that thumbs up, subscribe. Stay tuned for all that good stuff on all sports. And as always, let's go Giants.